Hey, Matt Jennings here with Jinko Fishing. I'm out here with my partner Frank Finley today, and we're out on Kentucky Lake. It's the middle of June. We're going to talk a little bit about crankbait fishing for crappie. I love it. It's my favorite way to crappie fish. I crappie fish all different kinds of ways, but I've always kind of been a crankbait puller. I really enjoy it, and it's a great way to catch a lot of fish. And so we're going to show you a little bit today about what we do, how we do it, and kind of explain. So we pulled in here this bay on Kentucky Lake, and we trolled around out here. We looked around. We saw a lot of suspended fish. That's what you're looking for when you're fishing with crankbaits. You know, a lot of you guys that spider rig, if you go out and fish in the summertime, or even sometimes around the spawn in the spring, and those crappie just aren't in those brush piles, well, they don't disappear. Most of the time, they're suspended out in open water, and that's when the crankbait really gets dangerous. So we came out here, we looked around, we found an area that we feel like's got some fish in it. We put our rods out. Frank's back there watching them while I'm up here talking to you guys. And the setup we've got on the back of the boat, we've got a Driftmaster trolling system on the back. It's a new one they've came out with. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's the best trolling rack I've ever had. Works great with power poles, keeps your rods away from those. Gives you plenty of freedom to move. You can put a double seat rig in the back like I've got here if you want to fish with two people. If it's just one of you, you just stick your regular one seat back there, and you can still get to all the poles. And so I also use the Duo Driftmaster rod holders, which allows you to put your rod up in shallow water and your rod down if you're in deeper water. And as you're pulling these crankbaits, if your rod tips up or down, it makes about 2 to 3 foot difference in the depth. So if you're if you're trolling along, you got your rods down, which I normally troll with my rods down. But if I hit a shallow spot or feel like I need to bring them up, I just raise the rod up. It keeps me from dragging bottom, keeps me from getting hung as much. The Duo from Driftmaster is a great rod holder to use for crankbaiting. We're using line counter reels, no particular brand. I actually have 2 or 3 different brands, I think. But line counters are pretty important. You'll find that the fish, the farther out you put out your line, the deeper your crankbait's going to dive. And you'll find that a pattern to that. Some days, some places, you may catch them with 60 foot of line out. Some days you may catch them with 100 foot of line out. Today we're planning on probably pulling with about anywhere from 60 to 110 or 120 foot of line out. And we're using 3 different kinds of Jinko rods today. We've got a 16 footer, a 12 footer, a 10 footer, and a 6 footer. For our 16 foot, we're using a Spider Troll series rod. It's got a lot of backbone. It's really great for pulling cranks, spider rigging, whatever you want to do with it. Our 12 footer is also a Spider Troll, even though most of the time I use a Slab City. The rods we have in here today is a Spider Troll. And then on my 10 footers, I'm using the Cypress Creek crappie rod that we have, which is the white rod. It's actually our least expensive rod, but man, this thing's bulletproof. It's a great rod. They're only like $20-something retail price. I use them all the time. Great rods. And then on what I call my motor poles, the pole right next to my power poles, right next to my motor, I use a short rod, and I'm using our Hypersense 6. Which is really it's a panfish rod. It's the same rod I use for bluegill fishing, but it works great for this. It's extremely durable. It'll pull in those big bass, catfish. That's one thing about crankbait fishing. It's a lot of fun, and you're going to catch catfish, bass, drums, a little bit of sauger. We catch a lot of sauger. You catch a little bit of everything when you're out here, and it really makes for a good time fishing. It's a great way to fish with the family if you've got kids. It's just a great way to go out, and especially in the summertime, and catch crappie. Now let's talk a little bit about the bait we're going to use. This is the Jinko crappie crank. This is a bait that we started working on over a year ago, and Dwayne McCord from Team McCord, who won the Tennessee State Championship here on Kentucky Lake pulling crankbaits, helped me design this bait, helped me test this bait, and man, we couldn't be more proud of it. We've been out here putting it to the test. Dwayne won a tournament on it a few weeks ago. Already been several top 10s, top 5 tournaments on these baits. We've got it in 10 different colors, and we've got what we call our Tiger series. This is a chartreuse tiger. It's got some sparkle in it, chartreuse, kind of a black back, and some stripes, which from what we found, the crappie love those stripes. I don't really know why, but they like them. It's got a red hook. It's a sharp hook. It's a good hook. And this thing will dive. You can fish it about anywhere from about 8 feet to about 18 feet deep, fishing 10-pound mono line, which is what we're fishing with today. Now, some days I use braid 10-pound, which is much thinner, and we'll dive deeper. This thing will get down to probably 22 feet if you use 10-pound braided line. Like I said, today we're using monofilament. So we're running our baits about 70 feet, 60 to 70 feet behind the boat. We're hitting about 12, 14 feet with those. We've got a couple of them out 100 feet to 130 feet. We're running about 15 to 17, 18 on those baits. And just right now, we're just kind of testing the water, see where the fish are at. We're just getting started, and hopefully we're going to catch you some fish and show you these baits, and hopefully we can show you how you can go apply these techniques on your own lake. Got it?
Yep.
See this old spider throw at work.
Check the bend out. Here, old Gasper. Oh, yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Gotta reel the line. There we go. Woohoo!
Fire tiger. What do you think about that?
Mm-hmm.
Sexy 6-footer. Got lucky, boy, got lucky. Bit more like a crappie right there. Uh-oh, fish on.
I got one too.
Two.
I got
You got
two.
3.
I got 3. them other two got off.
Are you kidding? 3, 2. You had 3 on right there.
Yeah, I had 3.
Getting that. Looks like it's got a pretty good mount.
Woo! Look at there.
That's right.
I wish I could have seen them other two. That's what it's all about right there. Frank's getting phone calls, I'm catching fish. Him on this high percent 6.
Check the bend out.
There it comes. Oh yeah. Colton Jennings, eat your heart out. Hey guys, the net we're using out here today is the Big T Duralite landing net. This thing weighs just over 1 pound. Let me show you what we got out brand new. Rubber net. Hooks won't get hung in it. Still super lightweight. A little heavier than the other one. This thing reaches out 12 feet and weighs just about 1 pound, a little over 1 pound. Get the net, Frank, get the net.
I'm coming, Hawk.
I think this is pretty decent.
It looks like it.
He's got a big mount, don't he? Oh baby,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
That's got some weight
That's
to it.
real. Bring it on in there.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That's what I'm after. Look right there, guys. That's what we're after right there. More big crappie. Good one.
I'm not so sure I ain't dragging one from that outside pole.
I think you got one, Frank.
Well, that's what it said on the bill.
Some people long line. Frank's really long lining. It's about 400 foot back there. Anyway. He's got a fish on it. It's gonna take forever.
Look at it. Oh, she broke loose then, boy.
You got her skiing now. Frank's getting that in on. Show y'all this live well what it's starting to look like. Mm-hmm. Unless this one's got tangled in with the other one. Here you go, Frank.
I got it.
They ain't together, are they?
No. Well, they might be. I don't know which way to go.
The one I was reeling in wasn't even the one with the fish on it. I don't get it.
That's all right.
I'm pretty sure they both had a fish on them. They got tangled up. I might be crazy, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about where we're going. You can see our red tracks here on the map. You can see kind of where we've been going. We're in this bay. I'm going to zoom out here on Kentucky Lake. We're right down here in this bay. You can see we've been kind of going up into the sides, around and down, and out into the middle. And we've caught most of our fish right out in this deeper water. I mean, it's 20, 25 feet deep, and we're catching them down about 12 or 14 feet. Only running our lines out about 60, 80 feet behind the boat, and finding a lot of fish in those areas. So
that's where we caught them.
We've been catching fish out of this group of fish right here. This has been over them a few times. We're gonna see if we get another one right here. Old Frank's got him one. He's gonna come up.
That's a ticket.
Right there. Right there.
That's the ticket.
Everybody likes to talk about colors in crankbaits. We've been kind of laughing today. This orange tiger has been the hottest color for us. We've caught fish on several different colors. We've got 10 different colors in this crankbait, all of which are effective at different times. The bright colors like your fire tiger and a lot of times your orange and pinks are better in stained water, or on Kentucky Lake in the summertime. They're better early in the morning, late in the afternoon. Typically when the water's a little clear and you know, the sun's out and it's a little brighter, typically your shad patterns are going to work better, like the Love Struck color or the Orange Glow, Silver Flash, the Siberian Tiger. We've got several different colors. About half of our colors work really well with cloud, cover, stained water, and the other half are really made for clear water. You just have to get out there and try it out. I usually start out with at least 4 or 5 different colors on until I figure out a pattern of what the fish want that day, and try to kind of guess at what I think they may want just by the weather and the watercolor and all that. But trial and error is the best way. Fighting, whatever it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big kitty, flathead.
Kitty. You're gonna have to net him.
Outside pole's got one. That's a crappie too.
Really?
Yep.
Get him. How's that for a double right there?
That's right.
Huh? Oh.
It's hello kitty kitty and hello crappie crappie.
I can't throw him back. My daddy will kill me if he sees me throw it back and catch it on camera. He likes to eat them. Crankbaiting, guys, it's lots of fun. Man, it's getting a little later in the evening. We've had a great day. We've caught everything from lots of crappie. We've about got our limit. Catfish, bass, what else we call it? Sauger.
Sauger, stripes.
Stripes. We've caught a little bit of everything, but man, we've had a blast. Get out and try it on your lake.